It was a barrage of goals last week for the Rowdies as they took down FC Tulsa by a score of 5-0. Tonight, Cal Jennings in Tampa Bay welcome in the Las Vegas Lights. It's the Rowdies hosting the Lights, coming up next. Welcome everybody to Memorial Day weekend here in downtown St. Pete. It's the Tampa Bay Rowdies hosting Las Vegas Lights. This is our pre-match show brought to you by Farah & Farah, Tampa's personal injury lawyers. And we welcome you into the booth, everybody. I'm Drew Felios. So the Tampa Bay Rowdies have had a pretty solid homestand. Victories over New Mexico, Birmingham, and Tulsa. Tonight, very important because after tonight, 5 of the next 6 matches are on the road. Now, some bad news for Tampa Bay. They're going to have to deal with this the rest of the season. Forrest Lasso, the star center back for the Rowdies, out for the season with a torn ACL. It happened in that Tulsa match, and it was one of Lasso's best matches of his career. So Tampa Bay will have to do without their leader, their physical presence in the back for the rest of the 2024 season. So Las Vegas comes in tonight having never beaten Tampa Bay. They'll try and do it in enemy territory here at Al Lang Stadium. Let's take a look at one of their star players. And these star players brought to you by Hooters, America's original wing joint. Valentin Noel, very crafty, always in the right spot. The midfielder, just outstanding from start to finish of every single game this year that he has played. 5 goals, very opportunistic. Tampa Bay certainly game planning for Noel. For the Rowdies, Manuel Arteaga, 8 goals on the season. What an acquisition he has been. You talk about opportunistic. He has done it for the Rowdies. He's been consistent in just about every contest. Manuel Arteaga, we have not talked about him enough. He has been huge for Tampa Bay in his first season here in the Bay. All right, everybody, we cannot wait. Fireworks after tonight's game. We're going to have fireworks during as well. Tampa Bay takes on Las Vegas Lights. Great to have you with us on this Memorial Day weekend. Kickoff coming up next.
At Farah & Farah, we simplify your paperwork and make signing case documents a piece of cake. Farah & Farah, here to make it easy. How long does it take to set up a free consultation with Farah & Farah? About this long. Farah & Farah, here to make it easy.
When you're going through a personal injury, the little things matter. At Farah & Farah, if you can't come out to meet us, we'll come out to meet you. Farah & Farah, here to make it easy. No matter how you've been hurt, in a car accident, on the job, or from a medical mistake, it doesn't matter. Life goes on. How that life goes on is where we come in. Farah & Farah.
Getting set for kickoff. Tampa Bay Rowdies, Las Vegas Lights coming your way from downtown St. Pete. Beautiful night for soccer. This iconic venue is rocking tonight as we get ready for Las Vegas. Tampa Bay perfect against the visiting side. The 4-3-3 formation in effect. Told you about Noel, Valentin Noel, number 27. Charlie Adams to the midfielder will wear number 6. Had a goal against Louisville. He's outstanding. And in goal, Reiko Arozarena. That name sounds familiar. The former Tampa Bay Rowdy back in his old stomping grounds. You know he wants to perform well against Tampa Bay here tonight. There's the lineup for the Rowdies. Notice the back line. Munjoma in for Lasso. He'll shift over to the right. Jordan Doherty, now playing in the middle of the park. Arteaga has been sensational this year. Cal Jennings as well, with 7 goals on the season, playing up front, number 26. Now, we have got a very special treat for you tonight, Tampa Bay Rowdies fans. And I mean, we are really, really excited to introduce our fill-in for Ryan Davis tonight. He is none other than the great Martin Gramatica. Martin, welcome to the booth. We're thrilled to have you.
No, thank you for having me. I'm super excited. I know soccer was my first love, well, still my love and my first sport, so I'm so happy to be here in the booth with you, and I can't wait to call the game with you.
It's going to be a fun ride here. I know your knowledge runs deep. You were a fan of the beautiful game dating back to your childhood, and we have got pretty solid matchup tonight. Las Vegas in the white, Tampa Bay in the iconic green and gold, and we're about to get rolling. Underway from Al Lang Stadium, Rowdies in Las Vegas lights. So Martin just walking around the park here in the pregame and watching the atmosphere, the environment. Give us your take on Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer.
It's incredible. The fans are out. The perfect weather. You know, it's Florida weather, and that's going to help us with the humidity that they don't have in Las Vegas. So we've got to take advantage of that.
Already a player down. Half minute in. And that looks like get up slowly. I'm not see exactly what happened. We'll tell you about the coaching matchup, though. As on one side, you've got Dennis Sanchez. In his first year, sort of found lightning in a bottle with Las Vegas. Came out first 3 games, some good results, but they've struggled since then. On the other side for Tampa Bay, Robbie Nielsen in his first year. Not easy to take over for a legend like a Neil Collins, but Coach Nielsen getting some pretty solid results.
No, he is. And the thing today, we have to make sure Vegas doesn't score first, because if they score early, now they get momentum, and that's when they've been successful. When they don't score early, they feel the pressure, and then we can put a few goals on it ourselves.
And just like that, another player down. So already in the first minute, a couple of Vegas players getting up a little slow. That's not the way you want to start in enemy territory.
No, and they're calling for the trainer right away, so it could be something serious. He's grabbing his knee. Normally, you don't see a trainer come out this soon in a game.
Take a look at our injury report, brought to you by Orlando Health Bayfront Hospital. Las Vegas comes in with a significant amount of injuries for the Rowdies. Leo Fernandez getting healthy. And tonight, Leo back in the lineup for the first time in quite a while. And of course, right now, all eyes on the Las Vegas player. Now, let's take one more look at this. It's number 72.
Yep, that knee. It looked like the knee game. I don't know, he misstepped, so those are the injuries that you fear, because it's a non-contact injury, so it doesn't look good for them. And then on the Rowdies, we have to look for Doherty. I mean, coming in at center back, because it's critical to replace the center back, obviously, with Lasso's injury. When you play 4 in the back, you at least have one experienced center back that you can put in with the the new player. But now when you play with 3 in the back, that center back, middle center back, is the most critical in the back line. So we're going to keep an eye on him and see how he does. Obviously not as aggressive as Lasso, but now we'll see how tight, and they're going to have to support him big time, because that's where you feel the pressure now. That center back is one of the positions I never touch as a coach. I never like messing with my center backs. Once you find 2 that are solid, you never touch those guys.
Gauso Samake helped off. Just a horrible sight here in the opening minutes for Las Vegas. A bizarre start, and you almost feel for the visiting side. And not the way they wanted to get things rolling. Let's take a look at our keys to the match. Martin, you mentioned how important it is for Las Vegas to start fast and for the Rowdies to keep them out of their net, especially in the opening minutes. Strike fast. If you're Vegas, strike first. And if you're the Rowdies, Martin, this is the 3rd match in the last 8 days.
Fitness will be a huge key. If the players are fit, but they may feel it in the second half. So that's why it's important to get ahead early in the first half, and then you can manage the game. Vegas will be making a substitution, so that injury is definitely serious.
So here's Blake Bodley for Tampa Bay. Good pace. Bodley with a little flick gets it ahead to Jennings, and it skates right past him into the hands of Reko Rosarena. He's got 3 shutouts so far this year, does Reko. He's kind of been in and out of the lineup, but again, I'm sure you know what it's like, Martin, to kind of sort of be let go by a team and then have to come back and play against that old team.
You always feel a little extra pressure. I got a chance to play against the Bucks, and I never wanted to beat them more than that game. After that, I want the Bucks to win every game. In this case, you want to do your best because you want to show that team that let you go that they made a mistake.
Vegas winless in their last 6, 3 victories on the season, 6-2. In their last match, outstanding against Louisville. Should have won that match, conceded late, and it was a 2-2 draw. Tampa Bay now scrambling back on defense, and Blake Bodley will be called for the foul, and we'll have a free kick here.
And those are the type of fouls you don't want to give up near the box, especially when you do have a new center back, because that's what Lasso did great. He was great in the air. So we have to see if Doherty can be that center back that can win balls in the air.
Here comes the savvy veteran, Solomon Asante. How nice is it, if you're Vegas, to have him coming off the bench? So many great years for Phoenix Rising, and you see he is well known in this league.
Right, and that's a key for them to be able to put in a veteran, because now when you make a substitution this early and you're putting a young player, he will feel that pressure. Putting a veteran, he's going to step right in without any pressure.
First set piece here in this match. Charlie Adams, the midfielder, former San Diego Lawyer, will take it. And there's Jordan Farr, the Rowdies' first-year keeper, getting in position. Just underway here. And this is a missile sent right at Jordan Farr, and Farr comes up to knock it down. Go for the long ball, and this is where Cal Jennings is just so good, so excited. The Rowdies scramble back to give him help. And you saw Pacific Nyongaberi, number 27, hustling back.
I love that, because you hear so much play out of the back, and you want to play clean soccer. This is a weapon. When you have a keeper that can play that ball, especially to your forward, running on an angle, and that first touch was a little off. If he had had a good first touch, he would have been able to chip the keeper, because the keeper was way out. So I love when the kickers or the goalies decide to play that long ball, because at times it's a weapon.
Lewis Hilton, corner kick for Tampa Bay. Rosarena getting everybody in position. 6.5 minutes in here. That's a nice curl on it. Rosarena gets a fist on it. Bodley now will take the shot and will sail it over Ralph's mob.
You got to take that shot, though. You have to take that chance. You're on the top of the box. Those are the ones where if it goes in, it's going to be the goal of the year. But most of those, land in the stand. Great job by the keeper, Rosarena, coming out and punching that ball out.
Not a good sight there. Gasso Samake helped off. Thoughts and prayers with him early in this match. Going to place the ball here around midfield. Rowdies have, as I said before, never lost to Las Vegas. 3-0 against them. And Las Vegas's history, they've outscored them 10-3 over that time. So Vegas has a chance to make some major history with their club tonight and get that elusive win over the established Rowdies. Here comes Lewis Hilton. Oh, tripped up, getting physical here. And that's Josh Perez going down on the far side.
And just like we said earlier, Drew, the Rowdies have to take advantage of that history, because Vegas, when you have a team that's never beaten you, they'll come in with that pressure knowing that we've never beaten this team. So scoring early is key, because that's when Vegas will feel tons of pressure.
Chrysostimo with a touch. Lewis Hilton goes down, calls for a whistle, doesn't get it. Rowdies will play on here with Njoma. Doherty. McVay now turns and attacks down the middle. Chrysostimo will have it taken away. Charlie Adams the other way, and Josh Perez going to get called from behind.
And it looks like Vegas is going to sit back. They're sinking in their center back and playing with 5 in the back, and they're looking to play the counter because they don't have a lot of players up top. But number 6, I mean, Adams is their captain for a reason, and that's why you saw that. As soon as he gets the ball, they go forward.
Charlie Adams considered the leader of this team. Vegas was a team, Martin, that just didn't have a lot of organization early in their franchise history. From general manager to coach, things were always flammable, it seemed. Never really the structure, but now they have brought in a sporting director, John Leonardo Naglia, also Dennis Sanchez. I told you about the head coach, but how important is it to have that structure in an organization?
Well, everybody has to be on the same page from top to bottom, and that's one of the things that makes franchises successful, because you can't have miscommunication or misunderstanding or not get along. You have to all be on the same page.
Solomon Asante. Got to figure too, Las Vegas, just a city on the rise. New sports there, Raiders there now. They've got WNBA there. Looks like they're going to have eventually an NBA team there as well.
I did the Super Bowl this year, and you didn't even feel the traffic. They're used to having that many people in their city, and so yes, every sporting event is going to happen in Vegas.
Far side now. Joe Hafferty, questionable tonight coming into this game, but he is a go. Looks pretty good out there. Had a hamstring issue earlier this week. Malacao. Denaro Negro. Rowdy's starting to apply a little bit of pressure, and here come the lights. Gundo will touch it back here. Scoreless in the 12th minute. Drew Felios alongside Martin Gramatica, the former Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Filling in for Ryan Davis. Thrilled to have Martin, thrilled to have every one of you on Tampa Bay's 44, or if you're watching on ESPN+. Rowdies come in 4-2-4 on the season, 16 points. And looking to get another victory after taking down Tulsa last week. But remember the midweek game against FC Dallas? Rowdies really battled until the end against the MLS side. Ended up falling 2-1.
That's the thing I think the Rowdies need to do, start putting more pressure, because they forced a couple mistakes where both teams, you can see they're being patient and kind of sizing each other up. But I feel like if the Rowdies do put a little pressure on Vegas, we have seen a few mistakes in the back.
Rowdies now attacking Munjama. Jordan Doherty, and now Aaron Guillen on the far side. Select is the official match ball supplier of USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us at selectsportamerica.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. That's Select, player's choice.
That was inches away from being a great ball to Jennings, and that's what we have to do, start trying to find those diagonal runs and find that those center forward.
Guillen chases it down, and now with Bodley. Blake Bodley has really settled in to his new role with the Rowdies. We'll spread it to Perez. Josh Perez circling back. Lewis Hilton. Hilton's so sure-footed for Tampa Bay. Jordan Doherty. Gonna have to lead a little bit more with Forrest Lasso no longer in the Rowdies lineup. Right now, vintage Rowdies soccer. Martin letting everybody get a touch. And this ball sent in. Oh, bicycle try. Good effort that time and a great idea.
And that's why I feel like the Rowdies need to spread the ball out to the outside, because they are compact. That's what Vegas is doing. Like I said, they're dropping that center back and they're playing with 5 in the back. So we're going to have to find at the outside, which is what they're doing right now.
Pacific Neon Gaberi serviced in. Once again touched. Tampa Bay off the ricochet. It's Bodily. Just outside the box. Little floater. And let it go. So Rosarena, his goal awareness is going to be tested often tonight.
The Rowdies know that he's going to have that little extra pressure. Every time you play against a team that's cut you, you're going to want to give a little more, but the Rowdies can take advantage of that because you can be overly aggressive.
You have to think, though, Tampa Bay also, Martin's going to say, you know what, let's put it on frame as much as possible, make this guy work.
Well, they know him, so they know what his weaknesses are. So that's going to be an advantage for us.
Aaron Guillen cuts it down. Lewis Hilton. Crisostomo. Far side with Bodily. Guillen over to Doherty. And now Munjoma. Hilton circling inside that center circle now. Rowdies will try and go forward with Josh Perez. Bodily. Left-footed. Again the cross. In the territory of Nyongaberi. Will have it tucked away. And the Rowdies will throw it in.
And I think the Rowdies have figured out that we cannot penetrate the middle because of those, you know, how tight and how compact Vegas is playing. So now we're going to find the outsides. That's where the space is going to be.
Lewis Hilton, the general for Tampa Bay. Touched out now by Perez. Bodily on the ground this time, right in front of the goal. Cal Jennings was the target man. He was just inside that 6-yard box.
Yes, I think he was an inch offside, but I wish he would have just hit this first time with his left foot. He tried to control it, took a little bit too much of a touch. Well, the defender was right there with him.
This Memorial Day weekend, we invite you to relax boldly in Tampa Bay by claiming your next adventure at visitTampaBay.com. That's visitTampaBay.com. Danger, though, right there. Asante hustling back. He is always in the middle of it for Las Vegas.
And that was maybe a little bit of lack of communication with our center backs. And that's, again, when you have a fresh player in, they haven't played together, so that chemistry is going to need to be built.
Now it's Guillen. Rosarena comes way off his line, takes care of it. No damage done. Las Vegas, Martinez conceded 21 goals so far this year. That's tied with Miami for the most in the league. So you know that defense is very breakable.
And like we were saying earlier, break it once and then you're going to break it often. But it's that first one that's going to be critical because they are sitting back and they're very compact at the moment.
There's Nyongaberi. Burundi. Munjoma. And Aaron Guillen once again. Even the veteran Rowdy. Josh Perez turns for Tampa Bay, trying to hit on the run. Arteaga. Ball never got to him. Shuffled forward now Howell. And Tampa Bay will keep possession. I mentioned how 5 of the next 6 games for the Rowdies are on the road. 2 of those games in the state of California. So the Rowdies got to go to Sacramento. They got to go to Oakland in the coming weeks. Not going to be easy to go cross country. Martin, I know you know how difficult it is to go cross country and win from your days as a Buccaneer.
Well, especially playing three games in 8 days, and then on top of that, all this travel. So it will be. That's why it's so critical to win at home.
It certainly is. Lewis Hilton now tries to flick it forward.
Adams hesitated just a second. If he would have hit that first time, I think he had him.
But as once again called for the foul, but you also know when you have a player like Lasso who all of a sudden is lost for the season, it's tough to really replace a talent like that with one guy. Everybody has got to kind of up their game, don't they?
Everybody has to up their game, but also that player that replaced him, they have to support him. and understand and expect that there's going to be some mistakes, but just make sure you uplift them and make sure that he feels comfortable.
Saw Forrest Lasso before the game tonight on crutches. You can tell, just really, really tough on him. The news, he is no longer going to be a part of this season in 2024. Well done that time. Malik Cowell came up to take it away. Las Vegas gets possession back here, deep in their territory. Rowdies still pressing. Look up and down the Rowdies roster. You see some of the youngsters, Martin, especially Christian Ortiz. Some of these guys you're very familiar with.
Very familiar, yes. Christian, great kid. I got to coach him when he was younger and saw him grow up, and then his dad did a phenomenal job developing him. Nick Scubas, I coached him when he was, I think, 7, 8 years old. Started with my son Nico. So it's great to see that we're keeping our young talent in Tampa, because you see kids that eventually go somewhere else and play. Why? If we have great talent in Tampa, let's keep them here.
Yeah, Rowdies really committing to the youth movement. Saw a hard foul right here, and actually not called a foul as 33 goes down. Gennaro Negro.
I think it should have been, the foul should have been on him, because he just studded. They both studded each other. I don't know who got the worst of that one.
See, Crisostomo, he didn't blink, and I think you're right.
He took it in the shin pretty good.
I have to wonder with the Rowdies too, eliminated from the Open Cup. You're always playing to win a championship there, but you're also playing 2 seasons, and when that opportunity goes, it's a little bit of relief. You can just concentrate on USL Championship play.
Well, it's deflating at the moment, but when you lose to an MLS team, you're expected, right? But if you win, it's an upset. And in this case, now you can focus on your league, and the players will be a little more fresh. You know, 3 games in 8 games. That's a lot of wear and tear on the body.
It certainly is. Look at Solomon Asante. eFootball 2024 is here. You can live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball, free to play. Download now. Still scoreless. 22nd minute here at Al Links Stadium. Back now, Wellington Noel, a little bit quiet. He's making sure he does not get comfortable. And now Rosarino will touch it.
He has not done a good job with his feet. You know, a couple of the passes have been off. So that's one of the things I think when they play ball back to their keeper, Rosarino, we need to put pressure on him, because he's going to give the ball up.
Bajama, that was one of the criticisms, I think, during his time here in Tampa Bay. Sometimes a little bit careless, but what a talent, though, athletically. Here's Jennings. Cal Jennings gets under it, goes to tuck it inside that far post, just a little bit to the right.
What a great ball on top, playing above the center back. It dropped perfectly, just mishit it. And we can see here, perfect ball drops between the center back and the keeper, but now just mishit it. Tries to hit the far post.
To get Kyle Jennings involved. 7 goals on the season for the former UCF star. You know, he played Las Vegas also. I remember he came in here about 3 years ago, was part of Las Vegas, scored a goal against the Rowdies. And I looked at the roster, was like, how do we not have this guy? What a move! Oh, a tremendous play right there by Denny Crisostomo, the midfielder.
Great move, nutmegs the defender. I would have taken the shot there. Left-footed, just take the shot. But he was unselfish, just a little bit long. We could see here that he could take the shot. Placed a great through ball, but the defender was in a good position.
Tried to get Josh Perez coming through. Whoa.
we've got to test Rosarena. We're getting too cute. We've got to make him make a save and see if he can, see if the pressure's going to get to him.
So cool. The fact that his brother is really the foundation for the Tampa Bay Rays. He has been such a superstar for the Rays with that home run power. Jennings once again trying to catch up to him. Look how far Rosarena comes out.
He actually played it well, because if he would have set back in his goal box, Jennings would have got through perfect. That was a really nice ball.
Again, tremendous athleticism. Real student of the game too. Just a great human being, Reiko Rosarena. Thrilled to see him starting for Las Vegas here tonight. The through ball, Crisostomo turns around, gets set. Here we go. Youngaberry. Jennings tries to center it once more. Crisostomo there. Ball gets through though, and here comes Las Vegas. JC Ngando, the midfielder. Talking about the youngsters, Martin, and what they mean to this Rowdies franchise. You're a big part of the youth soccer in the Bay Area. You've got your kind of finger on the pulse. We know baseball is big here in the Tampa Bay area. Soccer feels a little bit underrated at the youth level, doesn't it?
Well, it's growing. I mean, we've got really nice clubs in the area, developing players, sending players to play college, and not only on the boys' side, but also on the girls' side. And I'm excited to be a part of it. I've been coaching the youth now here in the Tampa area for over 15 years, and just seeing the development of some of these kids and where they've gotten, and not to see Christian Ortiz and Nick Scubas at. We see him here on the bench, and Christian has gotten a lot of play time this year. It's great to see. I mean, good kid, good family, and I just love seeing that our hometown kids are staying home to play.
You know what I love about him too? He's not afraid. He will mix it up.
He's been like that always. Even as a young kid, you could tell that he was gonna. You wanted him to stick with soccer because you knew he had that aggression, that passion, that love for the game.
Look at Youngaberry shake a defender off, able to keep possession. Handling two defenders. Oh, crowd's gonna love that effort.
And he didn't get the throw. Come on, ref.
Ralph's mob. See fans settling into their seats. If you've never been to a Tampa Bay Rowdies game, put it on your bucket list. Come out here this season. It is a one-of-a-kind experience. Another ball gets through. Tampa Bay with an opportunity here. Lewis Hilton. Perez, maybe again, one extra touch they didn't need. To Noel, spreads it right. Edison Escono-Velez, number 10 tonight in white. Rowdies defense swarming right now at the moment, but here comes Vegas. Top of the box now. Tampa Bay able to take it away once more. Here's Perez. You'd love to see both teams really battling here at the moment.
Yes, and the one thing with the Rowdies, they've been very solid. Vegas has not threatened, besides that first free kick early on near the box, which the shot wasn't great anyways. But other than that, they really haven't put any pressure on our defenders. They've done a really good job in the midfield of avoiding that dangerous ball to get to the defender.
Sends it forward. This ball taken away here. And look out, it's Valentin Noel. Player we talked about in the open. He'll try and sneak a pass in. Jordan Doherty there to intercept. That ball's taken away though as well. Scrappy right now is Vegas. Charlie Adams. And now the lights reset. Give and go this time. Hold by Hilton to play on. Now from the right side. Solomon Asante. Asante gets it back. This is his spot, right in the front of the goal, and you see Jordan Four. Luckily, the Rowdies don't concede there.
We are so lucky that that ball ended in the Bay. because he was inside the 6. 99% of those are goals. That's where defensively the lack of communication. This is a great move by the sub that came in, number 14, and a perfect cross. Just 27 missed it. Can't see his name. 27. Oh, Valentin Noel.
Valentin Noel, yep.
Yep, they're a goal scorer. Good thing he's off today.
As you said, Martin, luckily, he's dodged a bullet right there. Grand Central Brew House, a 2-story brewery, tap room, and beer garden located in the heart of the Grand Central District. The brewery features traditional lagers and ales poured directly from European-style serving tanks, resulting in fresher beer. The Grand Central Brew House. Visit after the game. 30th minute here. Lights play it from the near side. Ngando. JC Ngando, Lewis Hilton on him right now like a blanket. Velez. Methodically right now, Lights moving it up the pitch. This ball is going to be taken away by the Rowdies. Cal Jennings, he is electric. Jennings tripped down. And we're going to have a yellow card dealt right here. And the Rowdies going to have a free kick in great position.
Great spot. Jennings did a great job of drawing the foul because there was nobody in the box. When he looks up, because of the mistake by Vegas, that's why when he took the ball, he looks up, there's nobody to cross to. So then he figures might as well get the foul. And also drew the yellow.
So first yellow card dished out here tonight. Gennaro Nigro. So where do you want this ball to be right here, Martin?
Right now, we have two, Perez or Adams. So it's either going to be in swinger with a left footer, or they're going to do the outswing. In this case, I personally like the in swing because if there's any mistake, you barely have to flick it and it goes in. So aim for the back post.
Here it comes from Hilton. Goes to that far post. Crisostomo is going to have a chance to pick it up here. And it's Bodley. Bodley's floater. This is where you miss Forrest Lasso. Out to Hilton, though. Can he do something with it? A Rosarena, great save.
Great shot by Hilton. It just went too centered, and it was a really easy save for a keeper there. The thing is, it's a little bit difficult because his vision could be blocked. And we can see it here that when there's a lot of traffic in the box, it's hard to see that ball.
Best strike that the Rowdies have had on goal so far in this game. Reiko Rosarena got an opportunity here with the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Of course, Rowdies familiar with him because of his brother with the Tampa Bay Rays. Was a solid backup, but now proving his worth in Las Vegas. You know he had this game circled coming into the year. Bodley gets it back from Arteaga. Got off though this time. Rowdies trying to wave back Arteaga. Good job so far in this game. Crisostomo keeps it alive here. Boy, Crisostomo 17 is really crafty, isn't he?
He's been, in my opinion, the best Rowdies player right now. Everything's going through him. He's creating. He's the one that anytime he touches the ball, there's danger. I like the earlier overlap from Bodley because that catches defenders, off balance when you overlap like that. But Crisostomo has been amazing so far.
will whistle once again, and it will be Las Vegas possession. Martin, you being from Argentina, I got to ask you, have you come down from that cloud yet that you were on for the last World Cup?
Still not. And you know, as happy as I was for Argentina, I was more happy for Messi because he deserved it. Best player in the history of soccer, and everybody was questioning that if he didn't win a World Cup, you couldn't consider him the best. Now, since he got the World Cup, so happy for him. And I like his humility, family guy. You know, his kids are playing. He's always at the kids' game, so that's a great role model for our kids to watch.
So you being Argentinian, of course you love Messi. Would you pick him, though, over Maradona if you had both of them in their prime?
Why would I pick one? I'd put them both in.
Would be nice, wouldn't it? Touch back now to Jordan Farr.
That's a debate I do not want to get involved with. I'm taking both.
All these GOAT debates these days. Can't we just enjoy these guys playing?
That's the thing. Who cares who's best or not? You just enjoy them in the moment because these players come once in a lifetime.
Absolutely.
As Argentinians, we're happy that we've had two.
Yes. Without question. Perez now will work. Jennings tries to come to it in the center circle. Lewis Hilton will shoot it forward, and that ball will go out of bounds. And Vegas will have possession.
I like the work ethic of the Rowdies players. Anytime Vegas has the ball in a dangerous area, they're pressing right away. So they're smothering the Vegas midfielders, so they can't really develop any plays. Besides that one cross, other than that, we've controlled pretty much the whole game.
So we did receive word before tonight's game, Martin. Not only are we excited to have you here, but Neil Collins, former Rowdies manager, is also in the stands tonight. I thought that's really interesting. And there is Neil. Thrilled to have him back at Al Lang Stadium. Neil Collins, and you see his family pointing to the big board. So excited to have the former boss here.
Well, it's good to have him back, and I'm pretty sure the players that have played for him, that they want to give a little extra. Hey, coach is here. We want to, get a win for him.
No longer with Barnsley. So excited to have Collins back. Here's Perez. Rowdy's running. Botley will shoot. Oh, just off. How did a Rosarena keep that out of the net?
Again, Botley with that great overlap. Phenomenal shot. And those type balls you got to hit low and hard. And it could be one of your teammates or a defender. In this case, a defender hits the ball. And they're lucky because it hits off the post.
That can be deflating when you're the Rowdies, right?
Well, you've done pretty much control the half. You've done enough to at least be up by a goal, and I just don't want them to feel the pressure where, it's one of those games that you do everything right, but you just can't get it in. So eventually they just have to just relax and know that it's coming.
Corner kick on the way for Tampa Bay. Josh Perez will do the honors. 38th minute. Rowdies looking for their first goal. Botley in position. This ball, line drive. So running through was Cal Jennings. He was a little tripped up. And Vegas will have a goal kick one more time.
That was inches away. Deflected off the defender. Nothing Rosarena could have done. And I think the Rowdies have maybe adjusted their corners now without Lasso, because you see the in-swinger to the near post instead of that ball to the middle where we saw the 2 goals from last week, where when you have a guy that can go out and get it, then you just play it, and we're usually between the 6 and the penalty spot. Now we're seeing that in-swinger to the front post.
See, giving chase. Manuel Arteaga, and now Perez. Joe Hafferty. Alicao running things right now for Vegas. And here's Nigueral. When you're playing in these conditions too, Martin, when you know it's going to be hot, it's going to be humid. It's summertime here in the Tampa area. Is it extra important you pace yourself just a little bit?
We're seeing both teams do that.
Sure.
We're not seeing a super high-paced game back and forth. And for the Rowdies, I think it's the 3 games and 8 games where they're probably feeling their legs. for Vegas is definitely the humidity. They're not used to the humidity, so that's going to wear on them. So that's where we may have to take advantage, be able to take advantage of that in the second half.
Slide tackle that time by Bodley. Well done. Oh, near disaster right there. And Vegas continues to attack. Tonight's broadcast sponsored by Farah & Farah, Tampa's personal injury lawyers, and online at farahandfarah.com. Lewis Hilton slides it right. Youngabiri takes a crack at it. Able to keep possession, and the Rowdies will throw it in. Love 27 for Tampa Bay. Pacific Youngabiri. This guy plays with reckless abandon, not afraid to take chances. Njama now has it, and it's Doherty.
When you play with three in the back, that's a critical position because now you become a winger and also a right back. So he's Pace has done a great job of going back and forth and defending when he has to, but he's staying really wide, and now we just need to get some crosses off.
Youngabiri left-footed. Headed out. Again, trying to keep it alive. Perez has got to be careful. Las Vegas numbers forward. Now it's Velez. They get inside. Little flick is on. And again, just to the right. Jordan Farr comes out perhaps just a little bit too early.
And that's the thing with Vegas. I think there was an offside, so that there's an offside. Okay, good. We can breathe. Even though he didn't score, we can still breathe. But he had to come out. He had to come out because if not, if you give the forward time to think, then you just have to come out hard. Here come the Rebels.
Coming right back, bodily. If you blink right now, you're going to miss a lot. Youngabiri. Jennings trying to whip it around. Jennings! Oh, put it right on the doorstep. Did it in traffic. Martina, tough play to make.
Great job by Jennings. I mean, he's turning on a dime here with two defenders. Gets through. I don't know how he got through, and then obviously made Arozarena make a great save. That was a really good save. Unfortunately, the rebound was behind. I think it was Perez.
To split two defenders like that with no angle, that's pretty impressive.
No, there was no space. It was incredible how he did it.
Just one final touch needed to get the Rowdies on the board. I think you hit it, Martina. I feel like there's going to be a lot of goals tonight. Just getting that first one, it's going to be a task.
Let's hope the Rowdies don't feel that pressure, though. You know, because sometimes when you're doing everything right, you're getting the chances, and it's not going in, then you may feel the pressure where instead of just closing your eyes and taking the shot, you're going to try to place it or be too cute with it. We're just have to in this case, hit it as hard as you can and just force the keeper to make that save.
Tampa Bay will keep possession. Stay tuned at the half. Special feature on Cal Jennings and Manuel Arteaga go around the USL. Highlights and stats as well. Martin will get a chance to break things down. Got highlights coming up and much more. Get you ready for half number 2. That's all at the half. Stay tuned. Chrysostoma splits two defenders. Hilton does the same. Jennings trying to turn around once again. Just missing that final touch right now.
And that's two clear ones where Jennings in the box earlier on with a left foot that went wide, and now a clear shot inside the back. He's done a very good job of finding space because it's not easy as a center forward to find space between the center backs. He's done a good job. Now it's just that final touch. We got to hit it.
Always tough too, Martin. You get possession, you collect, but your back's to the goal. You don't really know what's behind you. You just got to turn quickly and try and make something up.
Just to get the shot off, it's an accomplishment. Now let's just get, if you get it clean, force the keeper to make the save.
Couple headers now. Here comes Tampa Bay again. Arteaga. Oh, Rowdies getting some opportunities here late in the first half. Chrysostoma. 1v1. Get some extra help, though, defensively. And Vegas is out of it.
We've had a couple chances when the Rowdies have forced a turnover. I would just like to see them attack a little bit quicker. You know, we're being a little too patient when we do get that turnover, because we've seen Vegas lose control of their spacing when we create a turnover.
Lewis Hilton, a little frustrated, gets up. The field general for the Rowdies, savvy veteran. What a run he has had in this organization. Injured for most of last year, so just trying to get back to where he was a couple of years ago has been a chore. Another set piece here in the 45th. The Rowdies have had a bit of the edge thus far, but still nothing to show for. Charlie Adams on the free kick. This ball headed up, and the keeper will step in, Jordan Farr, once again. Rowdies acquired Jordan Farr from San Antonio, first year in goal. And Coach Nielsen praised his play of the keeper that he selected earlier this week. 3 minutes extra time, 3 minutes. Open goal right now for Jennings. Jennings just off balance up against that end line, could do nothing with it.
Rosarena did a really good job of cutting the angle, so then when he took that touch, there wasn't much space for Jennings to take the shot, and obviously mishit it, but that's what we need to do, is put pressure on the keeper. Both teams have picked up their pace in the last 5 minutes, you know, knowing that we were going into halftime, so you can see it back and forth now.
Yeah, the game has really opened up over the last 10 minutes.
Yes.
Do you ever look back, Martin, with a little bit of envy at these guys, wondering if you had pursued a pro soccer career, what could have been?
Well, when I'm asked that, I always say, first of all, I'm thankful that I played football, and I'm thankful for everything that, you know, college and the pros, but my first love was always soccer, and I do wish I would have played a little bit, even maybe after I retired, so just to see.
That definitely shows your knowledge tonight here on this broadcast. Jennings with the left foot, a Rosarena second save of the night. So once again, Jennings puts it on frame just right at the keeper.
Right, at least, like I said, we're testing it. That's what you want to do. You want to, and Jennings does a great job of cutting in on the right side, cutting in, and then hitting it with his left foot.
Elevating there, that piece of it. It looks like the Rowdies here will have possession, perhaps another chance or maybe even two before halftime. With Nielsen right now, he is up and he is in to this contest.
Well, he has to be a little bit frustrated that you pretty much dominated the half, had the most clear chances, and you're going to halftime at 0-0.
Because if you're Vegas right now, you are loving this, aren't you?
Coming to the Rowdies, that team that you've never beaten, and you hit the post, you had a couple chances, and you're still 0-0, absolutely.
Rowdies trying to cook up another shot here. Ujoma has to get back. Rowdies scrambling just a bit. Ali Cow will send it back. Solomon Asante.
These type of games are scary because there's not much you can correct at halftime because you've done pretty much everything right. Besides the 2 times where we had the breakdowns on where they should have scored with Noel. That was the one time I think the Rowdies broke down on defense. Other than that, we dominated the whole game or the half.
That's a great point. Still lots of soccer to play, though. Vegas now with Clementa. And that will do it for the first half here at Al League Stadium. 0-0 your score. Coach Robbie Nielsen and the Rowdies just a bit frustrated, but I think if they continue to do what they have done, eventually that first goal will come.
Absolutely. Keep at him, put pressure on him, and keep going.
Halftime festivities coming up here from downtown St. Pete. Stay tuned. Don't dare go anywhere. Lots to come.
Welcome to Hooters. My name is Riley and I'll be taking care of you today.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now.
Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP.
See your local Chevy dealer.
Get ready, get set, get check. It's just that easy to sell your car with MorganBuysCars.com. First, visit MorganBuysCars.com and tell us a bit about your car. Next, receive an express cash offer online. Then, schedule an appointment at one of our 14 convenient locations to pick up your check. Plus, we'll beat anyone's offer on your vehicle or we'll give you $500. So, get ready, get set, and get checked. Online at MorganBuysCars.com.
It's time for your Visit Tampa Bay halftime show. Visit Tampa Bay, where treasure awaits. One half in the books here at Al Lang Stadium. Scoreless, the Rowdies 0 alongside Las Vegas Lights. They have not scored either. I'm Drew Felios, everybody. Martin Gramatica will rejoin us here momentarily. Cannot wait to talk more soccer with him. But in the meantime, a special feature coming your way. Two of the best elite scorers in the history of Rowdies soccer. Is it premature to say that? I don't know. What Cal Jennings has done over the last couple of years, I think he has earned it. And this year, his running mate, Manuel Arteaga.
In this instance, the Rowdies have gotten it again. Oh, it's Jennings! Combines with Arteaga.
We're starting to get a relationship now. I think tonight, one was playing one side, one the other, but close together, so they can get that connection. So, the longer they play together and the more success they have, the more that relationship will build.
I think we're doing a good job, especially at training this week, getting touches, getting on the same page. I'm confident it's going to get even better. We've played as lone strikers before, but I think we've also proven we can pair well. I think the two of us are compatible and can really score a lot of goals and also help set up some others as well.
No, it's no competition. Teamwork, that's more important. Before the game, everybody talk teamwork. We the first defender in the team, that is more important.
Arteaga, the header!
The relationships are growing more. The team's getting more comfortable with one another, and I think that's how the chances are being created. Hopefully, we'll keep competing with each other, but also keep helping each other to score goals.
So Jennings and Arteaga, what a 1-2 combo it has been for the Rowdies this year. Scoreless after one half of play, but we know it's not going to stay that way all night long. At least we hope not. Much more to come. Scores, news from around the league, and Martin Gramatica a little bit later. Stay tuned.
Go get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Traeger up over the top. Tristan Traeger. It's in. Opportunity here. The hit and a goal.
The
best nights start with Jägermeister. Made with 56 botanicals. Always served ice cold.
Take a miracle to come back from this. Heartbreaking end to the season. But what's this?
For the moments when anticipation
Clock's counting down. 5 seconds. 3, 2.
becomes celebration. Jägermeister. Meister the moment.
They're hungry for the women's game. They want to see women's soccer. They want to play women's soccer, and that's what we're building at the USL.
You can see it in my eyes when we walk past. Maybe riding every night won't settle for less. Got me looking to the sky, got me feeling blessed. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest. Burning up inside of my chest. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest.
Looks great.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Very different people, very different medical conditions, who all have one thing in common. They and their families chose Orlando Health for care, where our expert teams gave them one more thing in common: their lives back. Orlando Health. Choose well.
I am absolutely loving this week's USL Championship Team of the Week. 4 Tampa Bay Rowdies on that roster. That is incredible. Forrest Lasso, the Player of the Week. Robbie Nielsen, the Coach of the Week. Congrats also Charlie Dennis, Cal Jennings, and Manuel Arteaga. Especially Forrest Lasso, though. He's injured, down for the rest of the year. Forrest, congratulations on the Team of the Week and the Player of the Week in USL Championship. Time for some news and notes. So many happenings going on around USL Championship. Still 3 teams alive in the U.S. Open Cup. Sacramento, New Mexico, and Indy 11. Also, USL League One. Alta FC will join League One for the 2025 season. They'll play out of Lancaster, California. And a head coaching change. El Paso with the new head man, as they've got their new head coach, Wilmer Cabrera. He's going to make a big difference there, and that is a team that certainly needs a jolt of energy. They'll certainly get it with Cabrera. Look at the standings right now. This is your up-to-the-minute standings for the Rowdies. Tampa Bay right now in 5th place. Charleston Battery, they're in 1st place in the Eastern Conference. Louisville, Detroit, and Indy above the Rowdies. But remember, this race ongoing until the month of October. Birmingham, Pittsburgh, and Hartford would also be in a playoff if the season were to end today. Let's take a look at some out-of-town scores going on for today and this weekend. Charleston right now, actually this game was last night. El Paso takes care of Charleston. That's a big victory for them. Earlier today, a final no goals with Rhode Island and Lou City. Hartford takes care of Monterey Bay in the 65th minute. Indy 11, Phoenix Rising, they are knotted at 1. You also take a look at a last night result. Tulsa falling to Oakland, and in the 62nd minute, North Carolina leads Miami. So those are your scores going on in USL Championship for the weekend. When we come back, Martin Gramatica joins the fray. Scoreless, but there's going to be some fireworks coming up in the second half and after the game. Stay tuned.
There's somebody that hasn't been through this kind of situation before. It's kind of scary. You're hurt, your car's destroyed. How's this going to impact my job, my income, my future? And Farrah made sure that I understood what was going to happen step by step, and it took care of me.
It was my first car accident. Being so young, I was clueless and I didn't know who to reach out to and what to do. The people at Farrah, they were able to navigate me through every step of the way. They showed that they cared and I felt respected.
What happens when a company puts health solutions at the center of everything it does? At Florida Blue, Tai Chi happens. Nurse visits happen. This happens. A nutrition class happens. Answers to your health insurance questions happen. And a healthier you happens. So come by your local Florida Blue Center and experience health solutions at the center.
Hi, welcome to Hooters. My name is Riley and I'll be taking care of you today.
Welcome back to the Visit Tampa Bay halftime show. Visit Tampa Bay, where treasure awaits. Scoreless, Tampa Bay and Las Vegas, and a special treat for us tonight. Automatica is in the house. Martin Gramatica. Martin, so cool to have you here. Just talk about the impressions of the first half. What do you see with this Rowdies team?
Thank you for having me. First of all, I'm very excited to be here, and I feel like the Rowdies dominated the half. You know, we created the most chances, and it's what more can you correct? You really can't correct too much. You just have to finish.
Just have to finish. Tampa Bay, you get a feeling once they get that first goal, more are going to come. How about the atmosphere, the environment here at Al Lake Stadium?
It's always great. Our fans love the Rowdies, and you can see here Jennings, missed hitting that one ball, but it was a great through ball. You just got to put it away. And here, I would have taken the shot here. I'm a selfish forward.
Crisostomo, very effective, very active. Solomon Asante, Rowdies lucky to get out of the jam there.
And Noel's been their leading scorer with 5 goals and hits this one to the bay, so it's a good thing that he's off.
Jordan Farr putting his mates on guard. That back line tested a little bit without Forrest Lasso. Here comes Tampa Bay again, and this was another opportunity.
Yes, Bodley's doing a great job of overlapping, and that's twice now that he's gotten through on an overlap, and that's where I think they're catching the Vegas defense unorganized when we overlap.
Once again, Kyle Jennings turning on a dime.
Incredible the way he turned. Again, this time he hits the ball solid, but then you got Arozarena making a great save.
Rowdies continue to knock on that door. It has not swung open just yet. So let's look at some halftime numbers, Martin. Break it down. What do you see?
Well, obviously, the shots on goal is the biggest thing. You know, we have 10 shots to 2, shots on target 3-1, possession. I don't know how they got 51% possession. I think it's because the Rowdies kind of let them play with the ball in the back, but anytime it got to a critical area on the field is when the Rowdies press. That's shocking that it's 51-49 because I feel like the Rowdies held the ball more. I think they held it more in the critical areas of the field, the most dangerous areas of the field. And then obviously we have 2 corners to 0. So in the stats, it's showing that the Rowdies have gotten the better chances. Now we just got to, like I said, score that first goal.
So I got to ask you, Martin, just the rest of the half, if you're Coach Robbie Nielsen talking to the Rowdies, what is the approach? What are you trying to accomplish for the last 45 and change?
Well, right now we've seen that the Rowdies have had more success when they've played the ball out wide, that with Bodley overlapping as well, and then Jennings just finished. You know, he's done a great job of creating the opportunities, getting himself in space in the box, which is not easy with the 2 center backs. And then when he turns down, you have to hit a clean ball. And we've got to make sure Arozarena has to be at his best. So we've got to force and we've got to put that ball on target.
Tight-knit group are the Las Vegas Lights. This game started a little bizarre if you're just joining us. 2 Las Vegas players went down in the first minute. Reiko Arozarena, the former Tampa Bay Rowdy, in net tonight for the Lights. And his brother, Randy Arozarena, is here. Well, who is not at this game? Martin Gramatica, Randy Arozarena. Coach Collins also with us. And Randy, you know how excited he must be to watch his brother play pro soccer. So the Rowdies will now move from right to left. As Tampa Bay is set to kick off a little discussion here with Lewis Hilton. Curious what the topic of this discussion is as we get set. Looks like we're having a bit of a equipment issue right now with one of the nets.
One of the nets must have come loose, or so they're checking it right now. It's we need to make sure that net is fixed, and because we don't want to get any ball through the net, because that's where Arozarena is his net.
That's right. Rowdies will be shooting at that net for the next half. These officials put under a lot of pressure in USL Championship, undergoing constant tutelage, constant seminars on performing their jobs the absolute best that they can. Cal Jennings to get us started here for half number 2. Rowdies and Lights. Second half underway. Lewis Hilton. Now Rosarena. Blake Bodley once more. Bodley's applied constant pressure. Perez now trying to do some work over there on that near side.
And that's what the Rowdies have done a really good job is the possession showed that Vegas had it for 51% of the time, but they had it where areas of the field that is not dangerous. So the Rowdies had let them play with the ball in the back and move it back and forth, but anytime the ball got to the midfield or anywhere critical, they put the pressure, applied pressure right away.
Crisostomo again. Donato Negro on that far side, and the flag goes up. Crisostomo constantly running throughout the night. Another first-year Rowdy. Surprised at just how quickly these first-year Tampa Bay Rowdies have really settled in. Crisostomo, a Bodley, another, and then of course Arteaga. Rosarena will spread it, and they'll build from the back. Joe Hafferty. Ball is off target. Bodley will throw it in. Rather, Guillen does that, and the Rowdies will now work their way up the pitch.
One of the halftime adjustments that I'm hoping they did is when the Rowdies create that turnover to put that pressure on and go attack them quick. We've been a little too patient when we do when Vegas does turn the ball over and let them kind of come back and defend. I feel like we need to just go at them a little bit quicker on the counters.
Bodley had that idea, and it results in a Rowdies corner kick, first corner of the second half. Ralph's Mob, Skyway Casuals coming alive. Thirsty right now for that first Tampa Bay goal.
And I believe we're going to have an in-swinger from Hilton. Short pass.
Now it's Perez. Hilton gets it back to Josh. And that was not a successful corner kick.
You don't want to waste those opportunities. And it just didn't look smooth from the beginning. Again, I believe that the Rowdies have had to adjust their corner kicks because not having Lasso there, with Lasso with 2 goals off corners, you're going to put the ball in the box. And now they're trying to be a little more creative to find players that aren't used to going to find the ball up top.
Take that big target away certainly changes things. Long ball this time. Asante trying to get in the neighborhood, instead Farr will take care of it. Sheer size, a lot of times, Martin, is kind of underrated in the beautiful game.
Well, that number 9 or the center backs, that's where you definitely need size. Everywhere else, I mean, I'm pretty sure Messi had proven people wrong, you know. You're talking to a short guy. I got to stick up for the short guys. Come on, Drew.
Oh, yes. Looks like a Rowdy on the far side set to check in. So our first substitute. Interesting to see when exactly he enters for Robbie Nielsen. Bodley. He's got some wheels, I'll tell you. Njama, and now Nyongaberi. Nyongaberi sends it in, it's deflected. Rowdies will have another corner kick here on the way. At halftime, Tampa Bay honoring one of the great ones. Legendary Clyde Best, part of that Rowdies 1975 inaugural championship team, scored a goal in that final. Emotional ceremony. Ryan Helfrich, Rowdies GM, honoring him at halftime. Really, really cool sight. He has been in and around the club, and he is an original West Ham player. Just what a career.
Well, that's incredible to honor somebody, especially the Rowdies. That's a team that everybody remembers. The original Rowdies, and obviously now picking it up and creating our new history. But that old school Rowdies, that's those guys, and there's so many of them around still that it's just great to see back at Highline Field.
Some memorable days at the old Sombrero. I believe that's right. Sombrero got torn down right before you came, I believe, right?
2 years before I came.
2 years before you came, just missed it.
Never got to play there.
Wow. So here we go. Good spot right here. Martin, Lewis Hilton, and Josh Perez on top of it. It's going to be Hilton. Lewis Hilton. Oh, a nice looking drive, and it just goes over the crossbar.
That's a great ball. In swinger to the back post. Those are so dangerous because now anybody can flick it, defender or attacking player, but also if nobody touches it, it's going on target. In this case, we saw the defender clear it. Now we're getting a corner out.
Another in swinger. Comes up, it's Josh Perez. So Hilton gets a little relief here. See Arteaga, the big number 9, trying to get some position. It's been a physical game so far. Little float to this one, and there's a Rosarena climbing the ladder to bring it home.
That's a pretty easy ball for the goalkeeper. Hung up there so much that it gave him time to not only time it, but also go up and get it at the highest point where nobody can reach it but the keeper.
So cool to see Randy Rosarena here, though, supporting his brother playing pro sports. It's always fun to watch brothers. I remember the Barbers back in the day, you and your brother kicking both in the NFL at the same time. Just incredible.
Especially two so different sports, because you know, you baseball and then soccer, so it's not like they came out playing together at a certain point. They both made it at the same sport. These are totally opposite sports.
Bodily, they gotten away with the tackle, and this one is called. That's not going to make Vegas happy, and Gondo called for the shove. Is this a foul? May have looked like it here. Watch Bodily. Close.
I would think most of the time they would call that. We got away with that one.
So Rowdies set to make their first substitution. Damian Rivera is off the bench. So the talented youngster, a guy that's got all the talent. Martin still putting it all together for Tampa Bay. We have seen flashes of brilliance from this young man, though, this year.
And I think it's a good move. Perez has been a little quiet today. We didn't see too much action. On the left side, we've seen Bodily much more than Perez. So now this could give us an opportunity to have some fresh legs. Somebody more, a little bit with creativity.
Mark your calendars, everyone. On Wednesday, May 29th, Monterey Bay FC will take on Eastern Conference leader Charleston. That's at 10 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. That's Wednesday, May 29th. 10 p.m. Asante Kamali gets the offense revved up for Las Vegas. Now on the attack, Sean Smart. Smart gets past one defender. Look out. Aaron Guillen there. He deflects two. Well played by Aaron Guillen, wearing that captain's armband.
Well done. Smart did a really good job of just being patient, waiting for that opportunity to get the ball across, but Yen twice deflected the cross.
Aaron Guillen always seems to be in the right spot for the Rowdies. Look over that captain's armband from Seba Guenzati when he left the organization a couple years ago. Second corner here for Las Vegas. Near the far post. Jordan Farr, well done.
far tried to get out quick to Jennings, hit the ball. But those are, in my opinion, great opportunities where you can use a weapon when you have a keeper that can punt it out pretty quick on the drive like that. Just hit it.
"55 minutes in, still searching for our first goal." Talked about new GM for Las Vegas Lights, new head coach. Also new ownership. Jose Batista, the former Major League Baseball star, now the chief owner of Las Vegas Lights. So really cool to see that. Now this franchise is getting organized by the day, and we can totally see it on the field. This is a much more confident Vegas side that has come in here to Al Lang in the past.
No, they've been very compact. The Rowdies had, like I said, had more chances in the first half, but again, 55th minute, 0-0, they have to feel pretty good about it.
Talk about Jose Batista, former Toronto Blue Jay, all those years coming down here to Dunedin for spring training. You know, he loves the Tampa Bay area. Sean Smart now once again working on Bodily. Far there is the safety valve once again, and Vegas will throw it in.
It was clear that their halftime adjustment, Vegas is going to attack our left side. They, you know, with Smart on the right for them, they've just been a little bit more aggressive on that side.
Jennings trying to run under this one. Here's Kyle Jennings. Little tug at his jersey. He'll try and whip it around. Nyongaberi on the ground. Once again, a Rosarena jumps on top of it.
And Jennings is asking for that foul, but I believe they gave advantage. I take the foul there.
Right there.
I take the foul. Since he held possession of the ball, they gave the advantage, but he couldn't get the shot off.
And now looks like we've got a cramp on the field. Now the Cal is the player down. So getting him stretched out. Jennings talking to the official about that exact play.
And Drew, that's what we talked in the first half. The humidity is going to be a factor. Obviously, I think it's somewhat neutralized because of the 3 games in 8 days for the Rowdies. So they're going to be a little bit heavy-legged as well. But the humidity is going to affect the Vegas players tremendously in the second half. I'm not sure if he'll be able to go back.
See Howe walking off the field.
And they've already made one substitution early in the game because of an injury.
Yeah, he could be making another right here.
They were signaling the sub.
Yeah, Simon Monsante was that first player to come in. Available tonight here for Las Vegas. We've got Alexander Romero, Corey Bennett, Fabian Garcia, Ethan Sargis, Nicholas Ammeter as well. Ammeter, of course, keeper, so likely not going to see him. Credit. Marco Rosarena, though, up to this point, not conceded, at least not yet. Sometimes it almost seems like Martin, the more time goes by where you don't have a goal, the harder it becomes to eventually score.
Well, because you feel the pressure.
Yes.
And now you start to feel pressure, and it becomes a dangerous game because one quick counter from Vegas, and you can lose a game where you've dominated the whole game.
Bodily with some space. And now here's Rivetta. Blake Bodily, his cross. Oh, put it there. Nyongaberi shooting through. Just could not collect it. Ball got away from him. And Rosarena came up to take care of it. now if you're Las Vegas, players are dropping like flies. And how about this line change about to happen for the Rowdies? So we've got Nick Moon set to come off the bench. Also Nate Worth, Charlie Dennis loose as well. Vegas will also go to their bench. Fabian Garcia checks in. So this is one of those games where you just say, all right, guys, let's see what y'all can do.
Fresh legs. I mean, both teams feel like this is the time to put in the fresh legs.
Lewis Hilton's night is done. Charlie Dennis, part of the USL Team of the Week for that performance against Tulsa. There's Nate Worth in the game for Tampa Bay as well. The youngster going to get a chance here. Worth, it's his first season with the Rowdies. He was acquired through a transfer with FC Tulsa. And that was just a few weeks ago. So represented the United States for the youth national team, the U15s and U16s. So great experience for that young man.
And that's a position where you could use those fresh legs and maybe a little, youth there, because that's when you have to track back and defend now, especially with the way Vegas is playing, where they sit back and they're trying to play out quick. So I think it's a good move to put a young player with fresh legs in that position.
Malik Cowell, he has put a lot of mileage on tonight. His night is done as well. Well, relax boldly in Tampa Bay. Claim your next adventure at visitTampaBay.com. That's visitTampaBay.com. This is a great weekend to visit Tampa Bay. The beaches are absolutely packed on this Memorial Day weekend. As Nick Moon slowly works it up the pitch for the Rowdies. Sean Smart circles back. Las Vegas has never beaten the Rowdies. Open tonight is their first. Solomon Asante. He is like an engine. When he revs up, look out. Rowdies back defensively. Got it in the box. Here's Asante. He'll strike it. And it's a missile just over the post. But I'm telling you, Martin, this guy, Solomon Asante, is dangerous.
He's dangerous, and the Rowdies have not adjusted to all the substitutions yet. You saw a little bit of miscommunication, tracking back a little bit too slow. So that's where, when you make subs with three players, sometimes the chemistry takes a few minutes to everybody get their legs too, because you get that first initial fatigue, and then once you get that second win is when you start to feel comfortable in the game.
That's a great point. Sometimes that's the best opportunity for goals too.
Right.
Bodley now searching forward. Oh, pass taken away. Vegas going to have a good chance at a counter here. Bodley giving chase. So that was JC Ngando taking care of that pass. Now Charlie Adams gets the lights organized. And you know what I notice without Lasso, Martin, we talk about all the physical characteristics and traits that the Rowdies are going to miss. It's that emotional uplift that he brings to the pitch as well.
The uplift, the emotional uplift, but also the experience, and that's a critical position. So, but that's when we talked earlier how everybody's going to have to step up their game and also support that new player in that role.
We had a nasty collision just a moment ago. It looked like Nyanga Berry and Negro both hit heads that time. This was a collision. It looked like as many as 3 players were involved as well. Official just let them play on, but you can see the after effects.
Both trainers are on the field. And fatigue starting to set in now.
Yes. Let's take one more look right here. Watch this. Oh. Like 3 cars all going in different directions, all meeting at one point. Well, if you can't watch the match, you can turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Also, hear live matches from USL, MLS, Premier League, and more. It's all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. 66th minute. Drew Felios alongside Martin Gramatica, the former Tampa Bay Buccaneer, in the booth with us here tonight. So excited you are with us. All we need now is some goals. Rowdies working on that at the moment. Little Flatson's coming out of the locker room. Several chances in half number 1. And let's see if the substitutes are able to build something special here. Blake Bodley up front now to Rivera.
And Vegas has done a good job of neutralizing the Rowdies and pretty much leveled the game now. So it's a much more even game in the second half.
Feels that way right now. There's the Ungaberry, took a shot just a moment ago. Trying to get a cross in. Goes over the wall there. And the Rowdies will have a throw in. Now it's Bodley. Well, able to beat the defender. Blake Bodley. His cross coming in. Out of position here is a Rosarena. Rice just did not have anybody there for the finishing touch.
Bodley has done a great job on the left side of getting loose and getting across here. They wanted a foul, no foul, and the cross is perfect because it went over a Rosarena and then they just dropped at the defender's feet. But it's lucky for Vegas because we didn't have a forward in that right position.
Bodley, low line drive. As this one's headed out. On the ground now. Oh, here is Jennings. Jennings trying to put it in, but the offside going to be called. Martin. Just unfortunate circumstance there.
Very unfortunate. Again, Jennings, that final touch. He got loose, even though it was offside. He did hit the crossbar.
Ball just kind of popped out of there too unexpectedly, which caused the offside.
Right, there's not a lot of space to chip the keeper inside the box. Great try.
Oh, it was Doherty who had eyes in the back of his head.
Very close.
This game is too. It can be cruel to you. 1 week you score 5 goals, and the next week it is such a struggle just to get 1 on the scoreboard.
We can see now the intensity picking up a little bit in the midfield with the new subs, the fresh legs, and I feel like they just had to settle in. Now that they're settled in, I feel like the Rowdies are going to start to gel better.
Charlie Dennis, middle of your screen, number 14. Love to see him get involved right now. Barry tracking back to it. He goes down hard. Safe to say, too, the Lights are settled in to this game, playing with a lot of confidence right now on the road. Jennings tracking back. Tiago right there with him. Very patient here in Gondo. fresh legs. Charlie Adams. Adams trying to send it to the corner. Right at the feet of Edison Velez. Velez, one-on-one now, gets by Bodily.
That should be a yellow. Yeah.
So a yellow card going to come out here. And Charlie Dennis looks like is down. Aaron Ginn pleading his case. This does not look good for Tampa Bay.
More than a yellow, that's orange. That's borderline red there because he went with both studs up at the shin. I think the referee had a bad angle. He's going to give him a yellow. But you can see here when the ball's long, both, that's, in my opinion, that's a red card. That's both studs at both shins. That's a red card.
Oh, wow.
That's a red card. He got out easy with it.
Charlie Dennis smiling now. In some pain, though, just moments ago. Charlie Dennis acquired from Oakland, his second season here with Tampa Bay. What a season last year was. Hoping to duplicate that. Was a little injured at the start of the year. Had the chance to see Dennis Martin, number 14, work his way up in the world of soccer. Spotted him first playing for Torment FC in South Georgia when I was calling games for that franchise. And just so good to see him work his way up through the ranks. And for these players, that journey, it can be long in this game. Again,
every sport has a journey, you know, and especially, you know, for some young players that just bounce around. But once they find a franchise that believes in them and they build that confidence, they could set in and have a great career. But they just can't give up.
Deflected a few times and eventually goes out of bounds. Speaking of development, young players, Rowdies fans, get ready for our soccer summer camps presented by Orlando Health Bayfront Hospital. Camps begin June 3rd for kids aged 6 through 14, hosted at Al Link Stadium at St. Lawrence Catholic School in Tampa. 5 available camps. Register now. rowdiesoccer.com/summer./camps. Dennis, wheeling and dealing. Nice little touch there by Nate Worth. '73rd minute. Doherty in retreat. Floater one more time. Ngondo tries to split that defense, hit his defender, or his teammate rather, on the run. And no damage done with Jordan Farr.
Yes, Smart made a great run to open up and split this center backs, and the ball luckily was a little bit too far. But again, we can see Vegas has settled down in the second half.
They certainly have. Look out, here comes Moon. Nick Moon, left-footed blast. So Rowdies now offensive-minded as can be in the 74th minute. Just takes one.
And now the pressure of that first goal is going to be even heavier because 73 minutes in, 0-0, when you know you hit the post once, you know, force the keeper to make a few saves in the first half. But that's what sports.
So Rosarena to put this one in motion. So many storylines tonight in this game. You want one more? It appears that the Rowdies' former MVP, the great Leo Fernandez, going to make an appearance. First time he is going to trot onto this pitch since the early part of the season. Leo has not been fully 100% since tearing that Achilles. Here comes Tampa Bay. And once Leo checks into the game, this stadium is certainly going to roar.
That could be like that strategic move, you know, get the fans into the game, fire up the team. It reminds me of when Mike Evans fought that defensive back for the Saints, you know, how it fired up the whole team. This type of entry here could fire up the whole stadium.
No, that's a great point.
I'm not saying we need to fight anybody and we get a red card.
Yeah, that would be wise. Dennis comes up to challenge. So Charlie Adams down on the ground again. Rowdies playing with a little bit of reckless abandon here. And here is Leo Fernandez. So for the first time since March 30th, and that game against Rhode Island, the Rowdies legend, Leo Fernandez comes on. Public address announcer Ryan Sudol calling out his name, and the fans reacting.
Exactly what we expected. As soon as they called out his name, the fans just pretty much, everybody woke up.
Now it's Ngando. We'll circle back. Clementa's also in the game, number 23 for Las Vegas. And the Lights once again trying to get Asante on the run. Asante will place it in front of the goal, and Bodley's got to bail him out. Few chances here for Vegas. Asante trying to get it again. It's picked up in the box. Look out from straight on. Shot on the ground. Oh, another one denied. Aaron Guillen comes up for the Rowdies. Rowdies not out of the woods just yet. How about this flurry here for Vegas? Lights trying to put one more on frame. Look out. Deflected in the box. Tampa Bay finally clears. What a sequence. And now here's Jennings. Take a deep breath.
Let's take a deep breath, settle back, get compact defensively, because we dodged the bullet there.
How many shots can you send back, Martin? Rowdies skating on thin ice.
This is 100% due to heavy legs, because that's 99%. That's got to be a goal, especially inside the box. No pressure, but you could feel that heavy legs, and that's a lot had to do with the humidity today. It's a hot day, and luckily the humidity helped us today.
Comes right back. Rowdies trying to get out of danger again. Oh, it hits the crossbar this time and comes straight down. Vegas on the brink from getting on that scoreboard.
Again, a quick throw in. Defensively, we caught sleeping a little bit. Perfect shot, chipping the keeper. Luckily hit the crossbar.
That had been a brilliant shot to beat Jordan Farr. He was in the right position that time. Swinger, Charlie Adams, here in the 79th. Once again, ball misdirected on top of the goal. Tampa Bay should have it here.
Corner, big corner.
Oh, another corner. Okay.
Another one.
So Vegas will get another opportunity. Dennis Sanchez got to be thrilled. So the former assistant coach with Austin FC, brought over to build this Las Vegas franchise. This is a big moment for them. Jordan Farr once again comes up big. USL Championship on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season. You can catch matches and expert analysis every day on CBS's Golazo Network and on ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Bodley. And Tampa Bay will slow things down just a little bit here. I think this is one of those possessions, Martin, you kind of need it. It's got to be quality. Everybody's got to get a touch. You got to get a chance here.
Right, you want to slow it down because Vegas had the momentum. So now you want to take that away from them. Just move the ball around. Be patient with it. We don't have to press it or go forward at all. Just move it around the back, and then once you find that opening, hit it. But right now, I think both teams are going to be super cautious. There's not a lot of time left.
This is Doherty. Pressure comes. He lets it go. Youngberry comes up. And here's Charlie Dennis. Dennis running with a head of steam. Sends it to his right. Here comes Leo Fernandez. Leo. Set to blast it that time. But it was taken care of by Ngando. Ngando has played well tonight. And here he runs in to the youngster. So Nate Worth gets in his way. Opportune time.
Well, that's a strategic foul. He had to foul him. They had the momentum. They had the counter. They had the numbers. So there you just have to foul. I'm not sure you had to tackle him.
That would make some of your former teammates proud.
Definitely tackles better than a kicker.
You had to make a few of those stops, didn't you?
Missed a few, too. Never not tried, though.
Oh, love it. Oh, this one. How about this one-timer? Crafty, but Farr takes it out of the air. And now here's Worth leading the charge. Like a handball came off his foot.
They hit off the referee, so they're going to drop ball. They're going to do a drop.
Okay.
He's going to drop it for the Rowdies.
And we play on here, 82nd minute. Tampa Bay fans on the edge of their seat, hoping for a goal. Here's Rivera. This one's got a little curl to it. I think Leo Fernandez want a little bit more out of that possession.
Absolutely. Rivera, since coming in, has not done much. I expected a little bit more from him, especially coming in with fresh legs.
Saw the veteran kind of look at the young guy that time, say, hey, come on, that was not the right call. On the run, Asante headed the pack, though. The flag's up. Excited to have on our broadcast this year another great sponsor. Who else but Hooters, the original wing joint. Cal Jennings. His number called here late. Jennings lays it. Oh, just missed. Rivera. That's the best opportunity he may have this season.
Jennings did a phenomenal job on the left side in being patient and using his body well to hold off the defender while the Rowdies can get more attacking players in the box. Great cutback. You've got to put that away. He wasn't comfortable. The ball was a little bit played behind him a little bit, so it wasn't like he was able to swing. But that, you're not going to get a better chance than that.
Looked like he hesitated just a little bit. Maybe a little surprised to have it at his feet.
You've got to expect it, though. Every forward's going to do that. They don't. You have to. You do that in training, where you play the ball back to the penalty spot, and that's where he was coming in.
So the Rowdies have had some opportunities tonight that they are going to remember tomorrow, especially if they do not get a result here. Jennings, give it to him again. Cal Jennings on the ground, and he scores! How did he do that?
He's been the hardest working attacking player today and had an opportunity, had some chances, missed hit a few balls. created his own space, cutting back, coming in from the left side, cutting back to his right foot. Excellent shot, near post. Nothing Rosarena could do.
Created his own lane, Martin. Waited for the perfect, opportune time and took full advantage.
Exactly. He forced the defender thinking he would go outside, which is what he did the first time. Cuts into his right foot, puts a near post. He deserved this goal because he's working so hard. He's been working so hard to get in and find that space. Now he needed that final touch. He just got it.
So Cal Jennings and the Rowdies finally on the score sheet in the 85th minute. Wow.
We can breathe a little bit. I'm telling you, this was a dangerous game because we've done everything to at least be up by a few goals. Couldn't get it in, and then that's where it becomes very dangerous.
Vegas was gaining confidence too. They were playing much better in the second half. Rowdies did not have many good chances, but man, Cal Jennings, what a big moment right there. The 8th goal of the season for Jennings. Sean Smart now sends it back. Charlie Dennis and Tampa Bay. All gas, no brakes here late. You know what I love about that goal too, Martinez? Sometimes in a game where it's just a battle of attrition, you're deadlocked. Sometimes it's just about the best player on the field saying, hey, I'm going to step up and make a play.
And that's the way Jennings has been playing all game, where you could tell he wanted it more on the attack and making the runs, finding the space, creating opportunities, especially in the first half. But when he took advantage of this one, perfect goal.
Hafferty. Tampa Bay on guard here, and now it's Rivera coming up, stealing it, gives it right back though. And now this one floated into the box. Oh, again, a near finish. Man, have the Rowdies dodged some bullets.
But that's when an experienced player would not lose that ball there. Rivera cannot turn the ball over there. At least, worst case scenario, kick it to the other end. Let them come to you instead of losing it there, creating a turnover where you're out of position.
Corey Bennett set to check in here for Las Vegas. Martin, right now you sound like a coach. And I guarantee you Robbie Nielsen's going to watch that tape and he's going to have some words for the youngster tomorrow morning.
Everything's learning experience. And an experienced player knows with 3 minutes left, you don't lose the ball there. You don't turn it all over there. At this point, I would rather play kickball and play ugly soccer. Now you put pressure on Vegas to have to play soccer. And that's what you have to do. 3 minutes left. You can't risk the ball, especially on your end of the field.
Here's Rivera trying to make a play. The youngster trying to make up for a few miscues. Here he goes. Showing that effort here in the 89th. You got to love the grit.
Absolutely. Never quitting. I mean, that's a great run. Created space for himself. Waited for the opportunity to take the shot. Defender did an even better job of coming back and blocking the shot.
As I said when he checked in, the talent's there. It's just a matter of, playing, not letting up, making those right decisions. Dennis now with the corner, the outswinger. Charlie Dennis trying to put it in the right spot. Doherty would get ahead on it. And it comes back out to Charlie Dennis. Rowdies trying to get their 5th victory of the season. Points so critical, especially Tampa Bay with 4 draws. They're used to having this time of the year. Chance to get 3 here at home. Got to have it. There's Nyongaberi again. This guy just does not stop running. There's Fernandez now. Coming up on the end of regulation. And interesting to see how much extra time we're going to have to work with here. humidity right now. Thermometer reads 82 degrees, but again, much more humid. Feels like about 88 when you're out on that pitch. 6 minutes, so a long way to go here until we're home.
I was thinking it was going to be roughly around 5 because of all the substitution, a couple of the injuries, but 6, that's those are going to be 6 minutes that are going to feel like an hour.
It certainly is.
But we got to slow down the game. This is exactly what we're doing right now. You know, Farr taking his time with the goal kick and understanding that Vegas is going to press. They're going to start playing that long ball, hitting balls to the box. You have to. That's all. You don't have a lot of time to build anything. You just got to put the ball in the box.
Dennis Sanchez coached a heck of a game for Las Vegas. First year as head coach.
Definitely have to give him credit for the adjustments at halftime. We saw 2 different Vegas teams.
Yes, we did.
And we had way more chances in the first half. We just didn't have that finishing touch. But if you look at the score, obviously, you're going to say, well, you scored in the second half. But Vegas had much more chances.
Jennings will turn and go. Cat quick. Ball was knocked away from him, though, and Rosarena will pick it up. Extra time when you're down 1-0. Of course, trying to get as many chances as possible. You also leave a lot of opportunities for counters, and bet the Rowdies are going to take advantage of them if they're there.
Listen, I'd rather lose 2-0 trying to win or tie the game than just sit back and take my, be careful. Right now, Vegas has to go at it. I mean, what's another goal? Go out and try to get that tie.
Vegas will keep possession here. Garcia sends it towards the goal, and again Jordan Farr able to take care of it for Tampa Bay. Goalkeeping position always so important in the beautiful game. Jordan Farr, they went out, they handpicked this guy. Martini comes in from San Antonio after having a tremendous run there. They needed an experienced keeper. A lot of pressure on him. He's delivered so far this year.
Well, having a keeper that you trust gives confidence to the whole team. And now, especially when you have your top center back Lasso out, knowing, okay, we have a goalkeeper, so now the defense can adjust, but you have to trust your keeper, and the Rowdies have their guy.
It's that experience, that confidence that just kind of bleeds through. It's contagious, bodily. Tries to send it forward. Rivera again. Rivera on the run now. Jennings was asking for it. Rivera shoots it. Rosarena able to get it on the ground.
Not his day today. Rivera had Jennings open. I think he should have played him sooner when he chose, which it's okay to decide to go to goal, but you've got to finish that. You put that in, the game's over.
Sean Smart been on point. This one flicked, crossed, chaos right in the middle of the box. Jennings comes up to help out. Ricocheted, Asante trying to go get it, finally out of bounds. Asante trying to make something happen here late.
Still going. Wasn't planning on playing this long. Still going.
Still relatively early in the season. If you're someone like Rivera, take some of the miscues tonight, Martini. Try and learn from them moving forward.
All right, no, you can't give up on a young player.
Sure.
This is a young player that just needs experience, but this is a perfect game to learn a couple of mistakes and be more aggressive. In that one chance where he did become more aggressive and try to go to goal, but you got to understand you've got to finish those. Especially when Vegas took the ball back and had a chance on our other goal, because once you put it 2 goals in extra time, the game's over.
Ball goes off for Sante. Rowdies now will throw it in on the far side with Yangaberi.
all the ball boys went home. The referee has to get the ball, so you know they're gone.
Oh, yes.
Home field advantage.
Time certainly running out here for the Lights. On cross country. Would have been a historic result if they could have gotten it. Right now they are just thinking do whatever it takes to get on that score sheet and get out of here with a point. Vegas battled Louisville last week. They were able to get a point out of it. Trying to do the same here, right now. Aaron Guillen, a couple heads, and the ball nearly cleared. Caberry.
They called the trainer in, but now the player's up and doing okay.
Yeah, ball was blown dead momentarily there. Was wondering why they were stopping play.
There was a Vegas player down. They thought it was a head injury.
That's what Robbie Nielsen, I think, is wondering about right now.
The game should be over.
So interesting how the end of this game here is being handled. The trainer even came out onto the field.
Right, the ref called the trainer in with 20 seconds left.
I think Coach Nielsen was saying, hey, it should be our ball. Sanchez trying to direct his players here late. Likely the last possession for Las Vegas Lights. Caberry, as good as it gets at doing just that, cutting off a run. Jennings sticking his nose in there. There it is. Full time. Kyle Jennings and the Tampa Bay Rowdies get it done tonight. 1-0 the final. Robbie Nielsen. Man, work to do, but he'll take it. Rowdies over the Lights. When we come back, we will wrap it up. We'll have highlights, and we'll look forward at weeks to come. Tampa Bay, your winners.
Very different people, very different medical conditions, who all have one thing in common. They and their families chose Orlando Health for care, where our expert teams gave them one more thing in common: their lives back. Orlando Health. Choose well.
If you have a situation where you need a lawyer, Farah & Farah's team give you the best service that you can have. They set up all your doctor's appointments. They are very honest, very trustworthy. You couldn't be in better hands.
Whiplash, sprains, strains, and tears. There's nothing soft about soft tissue injuries. But somehow, big insurance companies have the nerve to not take them seriously. If you're dealing with a soft tissue injury, call Farah & Farah. Our results are no accident.
Certainly was not an easy one for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, but they get a late Kyle Jennings goal, and they move on with a win over Las Vegas Lights. 1-0, Tampa Bay perfect all time, now 4-0 against the Lights. Drew Felios with Martin Gramatica. It was a battle from the start. Solomon Asante, and some chances early for the visitors.
Yes, this is a chance that Noel has to put away. Luckily for us, he didn't, and hit the ball in the bay.
Jordan Farr screaming at his mates. Blake Bodley comes right back. A great opportunity early on for Tampa.
Bodley did a phenomenal job in the first half of overlapping. Here, takes a shot, deflects off the defender, and goes off the post.
Las Vegas, once again, not backing down. This is the best save. Aaron Guillen comes up huge.
Huge. And again, we talked about the heavy legs and the humidity. That's all due to the humidity because his legs were so heavy. He should finish that. And here we see chipping the keeper, hitting the crossbar. Another chance for Vegas.
Blake Bodley and the Rowdies staying amped up. And then Kyle Jennings somehow pulls this out of his hat late.
He worked so hard all game to score a goal, hit a couple balls in the first half. This one creates a space for himself, puts it near post, nothing the keeper could do.
Fans took a deep breath after the goal, came at just the right time, and the Rowdies march on 1-0, the final score. Martin, what numbers stand out to you?
Well, the shots on goal, 20 shots to 7, but only 1-0. That's a little bit stressful because now you've created opportunities. You just weren't sharp in the final touch.
Rowdies don't win the possession battle. Credit Las Vegas. They came in here with a game plan, especially in the second half. Tampa Bay, though, just a little bit better, and they had their best player at his best when they needed it most. All right, let's take a look at the road ahead for the Rowdies. Lots of road games coming up this schedule. Brought to you by Mint House. 5 of the next 6 games, including 2 out on the West Coast.
That's going to be more when you prepare and you reserve the legs. It's not something where you can do a lot of training because you want to make sure you keep your players fresh. Those West Coast trips are, really heavy on the legs for the players.
So much fun tonight. So much went into this. Former Rowdies head coach Neil Collins in the house. Randy Arozarena was here. And Martin, you were absolute money on the call. Thank you so much for joining us throughout the broadcast. Can we do this again sometime?
Appreciate the invite. Loved it. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to do it again.
1-0, the final score. Rowdies over Las Vegas Lights. Hope you have a safe, outstanding, fabulous Memorial Day weekend, everybody. And we will see you next time on Tampa Bay's 44 and ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.